crystallization, distillation, distillation, amalgamation. The first modern map by Al-Idrisi. You know the first map?
He's a medieval savage. Just because you got a nice Western suit doesn't mean
At least it's made. I got a good suit. I wish I could say the same about your
civilized.
I wish I could say the same about your suit.
Civilized.
So look, the first, Jesus wore a thobe as well. Jesus wore a thobe as well.
2,000 years ago.
Are you trying to say Jesus sounds civilized?
This is 2,000
Are
years
you trying to
ago.
say Jesus sounds civilized?
Compared to me, yeah.
Yeah. Only when it comes to the Chinese, then you see his mouth open very quickly. That's when the WD-40 gets put over here.
Scared.
Otherwise,
you're scared of communists. You're scared of your communist overlord.
The communist. Look, just read a book by William Bloom. That's your homework. Yeah. Al-Idrisi. First, you had the map.
Why don't you
that
read
had
some
Africa at the
Benjamin
top.
Disraeli?
Africa
That
was
would
at the
change.
top before Al-Idrisi came. He flipped the map. Why? Because one of the reasons the Europeans didn't like this was Africa was a giant body of mass, and Europe was this fragmented section underneath the Africans. And they didn't want to be dominated by the Africans. Al-Idrisi came, he flipped the map, and today we have the map.
Christianity is the fulfillment of
They flipped it again from Al-Idrisi's
Islam
time.
is nothing.
Citrus fruits,
You know,
oranges,
Jews revere
lemons,
Christians.
limes. Before the Muslims had taken over Spain, before that,
But they lost
didn't
it
know
all. They lost it
about
all.
oranges, bananas, artichokes,
Where
rice,
are they now? Where are
aubergines.
they now?
They were brought in for you.
Where are the Muslims in Spain?
To
Where are the
desire.
Muslims in Spain?
To have these sumptuous meals. But they're there, they're still there. But Muslims
Why?
don't,
It destroys
Muslims
everything.
don't outstay their welcome.
Be a Muslim country,
Why
don't
do you
worry.
hate humanity so much? You want to see everywhere?
You're the one that's calling Britons retards and Nazis.
You are preaching.
I don't call
hatred.
them
We
that. I
are
don't call them that.
not.
Because
We
no
are
one
not
understands
preaching
God.
hatred.
Mate,
We love everybody.
I know
You
you're
have told
hating
us
on
we love
England
everybody.
just because
No,
they
on
were
English
colonized by
people.
Germanic settlers.
English people.
Oh yes, the English were not the first people
They
in this
welcomed
country.
you in. They welcomed the wolf into the house.
first people in this country were the Celtic Britons.
Oh, shut up.
Oh yes.
We're talking about
I'm
modern
about to
day now.
educate you now.
We're
The
talking about
Celtic
Islam
Britons.
in the modern day.
The Welsh, the Scottish, the Irish, they were here before the English.
Please, talk to
Then
me.
the Germanics came. They then colonized
Don't talk to
England.
them. They're not
They
listening.
colonized England. After the Anglo-Saxons, that's when they established England.
know our history better
This
than
guy's
your own
coming
history.
here. This guy's coming here.
Our
saying,
history is
English.
superior.
England. What England? Tell me the reality
Why do you
of
know
England.
my history?
Germanic
Why do you know
settlers.
my history?
Anglo-Saxon.
Why do you know my history?
Even the language
I
of the
know it.
English came from Old English. The Anglo-Saxons imported it in.
And where did that come from?
That came from Latin. That came from the European languages.
What about-
And the word like blighty.
What about German?
Blighty is a Hindi word.
Danish.
It means, the original word is veleti.
Danish?
Yeah, blighty, mate. Blighty. Blighty is
Yeah,
a
I don't know
Hindi
anything about
word.
Pakistan.
It's a
I
Hindi
don't
word.
want to know anything about Pakistan.
Freddie Mercury, Google this.
Yes.
Right now, Google
Iranian.
it. Freddie Mercury
Iranian.
was not born in this country.
He was Iranian.
One of the greatest
That's how you
pop icons
that's
of
how
this
you
country.
assimilate.
Freddie Mercury,
Yeah, that's
his
how it's
name
done.
is Farouk.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
He didn't preach Islam.
Farouk.
He made rock
His
and
name
roll
is Farouk.
music.
Google
He made
this.
rock and roll
Freddie
music.
Mercury.
You see?
Freddie Mercury was born in Zanzibar.
You ban rock and roll
he came
music.
to this country.
You ban the music that Freddie
then-
Mercury makes.
And then he
Yes.
changed his name
You don't
to
like his
Freddie.
music.
Boris
He
Johnson
was a homosexual.
was born in America.
You would stone him to
Cliff
death.
Richard was born in India.
You would stone
The
him
great,
to death.
great
You would
grandfather
crush
of the
him under a
Queen
wall.
was German.
You would throw him off a
lecture me
building.
about England.
You would throw
and about
Freddie
English.
Mercury off a building.
I'm in this country. I respect England.
Would you not
I respect the
Freddie
English.
Mercury off a building?
I love this. This is my country. But when you come over here and you say England and the English are racist, we're gonna vote for reform. And he's saying the English are retarded. The Nazis, no, they're not. The English are loving, kind people. Yeah. Don't disrespect them. However, when we're talking about the history, you have to be accurate. You have to talk about the history and be just to it. Give evidence. Not, oh, I'm feeling angry. I don't know what's in that little cup that he's got. God knows, maybe it's a bit of rum, a bit of vodka, who knows. Point, guys, is make sure you read. Yeah? Become educated, unlike our individual over here.
He liked Freddie Mercury. He liked his race. You just got educated in countries fight against.
He was an Indian. Freddie Mercury was an Indian. He's from Zanzibar. His name is Farouk. I think Bolsner. His name is Farouk, for God's sake.
Show some gratitude. Show some gratitude, spoiled little brat.
What do you have to say now?
I'm ready.
Oh yeah, St. George is a Palestinian. St. George, hey, St. George didn't step foot. St. George hasn't stepped foot in
Yeah,
this
the good
country.
thing about St. George is he didn't come to
He
England.
was a Palestinian.
Oh, he's Greek. He was Greek.
Search it up. Either
Greek.
Palestinian or Turkish. He certainly wasn't from this country,
Yes, but
and he
Palestine
certainly
is not
didn't step
real
foot in this
country.
country. Did he slay a dragon?
Macedonian Greek.
Did
The Greek
he didn't slay a
Empire was running
dragon?
the whole place, right?
He didn't slay a dragon. He wasn't from this country, but yet
Yes, exactly.
they're flying the
He stayed
flags
where he was
of
put.
St. George.
He didn't come to England.
St. George, the Palestinian.
You should be like St.
They
George.
love
Don't
listening
come
to the music
England.
of
Stay
Freddie
where you
Mercury.
are.
Freddie Mercury, the Zanzibarian.
Yes, but you would
And
throw
Boris
off a
Johnson,
roof.
that was
You would
leading
throw
this
him off a
country,
roof
the American.
because you care what he does
Listening
in
to the
private.
music of Cliff Richard,
You care
the
about what
Indian.
Freddie Mercury does in his
Then
private.
following the monarchy, whose great-great-great-grandfather
Why didn't you say it?
was a German.
Most Muslims are repressed homosexuals.
The German.
That's why they.
You know the German?
You're probably gay, aren't you? You're probably homosexual.
No, but I see that you're projecting, so you must be.
No, I'm saying. I'm saying.
Why are you stuttering?
Muslims. I'm not stuttering. I like stop for 1 second and you go, oh, stop.
Yeah, that's because you're thinking if you're gay or not. Are you bisexual? Are you...
Look, I'm saying.
Can you answer the question if you're gay or not? I want to know.
You brought
Are
up
you
Freddie
gay?
Mercury.
Are you gay?
Absolutely not, obviously.
How do? What's obvious? From your tying,
It's
you're gay.
insane. It's insane.
Why is it insane?
Why would you lie with a man?
I don't know. Why would you lie with a man?
God made
You
us
tell
to
me.
lie with women. It's so
You don't.
obvious.
Do you believe in God?
Only God.
Only God.
But you obviously don't.
No, it's good. I rate you for that. That's the
don't
1% of truth.
Do you
That's
really
the
think
1%
God
of
wants?
truth that you said in this whole
Do you
discussion.
really think God supports Islam?
God does. Islam comes from God. Islam means to
Yes.
submit to God. If you submit to God, then you're a Muslim.
Muhammad.
Do you submit to God?
Yes, but
Then
you
you're
don't have
Muslim.
to say it.
You're Muslim. No problem. You don't have to say anything.
I was submitted to God when I was born.
You're Muslim from
you
birth.
think you can choose?
You're Muslim from the birth.
Muslims think you can choose. That's the big error you make.
Is there such thing as an ex-Muslim?
Yes.
Well, they're clearly choosing then,
Ayan
isn't it?
Hirsi Ali.
Well, they're clearly choosing then, isn't it? You're choosing not to be a Muslim.
Yes.
And she's still alive.
Yes, but people she knows have been stabbed right in front of her. Theo Van Gogh was stabbed to death in front of her. This
Theo
is
Van Gogh.
a religion of peace.
Look, Ayan
You said,
Hirsi
how can
Ali
you
is a
believe
fraud. Have you even
But
read her
don't
book?
stab him in the. Don't kill him.
Who are you talking about?
Ten Commandments: do not murder. Eh? Do not murder.
Right. Do not murder.
Why do you keep
then
murdering
why
everyone?
is it? Why is it from?
David Ames.
Why is it?
So they were
One
stabbed
second.
to
Relax,
death by
relax.
Somali Muslim.
Relax,
and we
relax.
do nothing.
Relax. From the year 0 to 2008, there was a study done to see which religion had committed the most atrocities, the most deaths. Guess who came first with a whopping 178 million? Christianity.
Well, that's because it's far bigger. And
Guess
far
who came
longer.
number 2? It wasn't Islam.
And like
Number 3 wasn't
600 years
Islam.
before
Number
Islam.
4 wasn't Islam. 5 wasn't Islam.
Okay, what about in the last
Islam came number 6.
years? What about the last
In the
100
last 100 years, I'll tell you.
Communism and Islam, way up.
Professor Pape has written a book, yeah, and in there he says, looking at all of the data, before America had, what's the word, colonized or,
Hegemony.
yeah, it was part of hegemony, when they tried to take over Iraq, when they bombed Iraq.
Yeah, that was corrupt.
Before then, there were no suicide bombs.
George Bush has
listen to
admitted
the
there
point
was
that
no
I'm
weapons of mass destruction.
Yes.
It was all a big con.
But the point that you're trying to say
We're
is,
supposed to just ignore
before
it.
then, there were no suicide bombers. In fact, there was a study done by Pew, possibly by Gallup, and they asked the different religious adherents. They asked them, they said, is it okay for you to kill innocent civilians?
Yes, in war it is, yes.
But with a whopping 89% that said no.
Street stabbing someone.
But the religious adherents with the highest number that said no, you're not, 89%. Guess who they were? Muslims. Oh.
But they're the only ones going around stabbing.
They're the
people,
only ones that you're
slitting
hearing,
throats.
mate.
They slit a priest's throat
They
in
don't.
Paris.
They don't.
They did.
Look at the amount
Paris is
of
crazy.
mass shootings taking place. The amount of drone targeting. Daniel Hayat, who's a whistleblower in Afghanistan, he said 90% of the drone attacks that are taking place in Afghanistan are done on innocent civilians.
Yes,
And you know what happened to him?
Afghanistan was a complete disaster.
Yes, but you know what happened?
And they admit it.
No, but you're missing the point.
They don't care.
Listen.
They don't care,
Listen.
right?
No.
They say we're going to do illegal wars, and there's nothing you
Listen
can
to the
do
point,
about
though.
it.
When you
That's what the reality.
when you drop a bomb from a drone, studies tell us you're not going to kill everyone. The survivors from that drone strike are going to be pissed. They're going to be radicalized, and then they're going to come for you.
Yeah, that's
you
why you
can't
gotta
just
kill them
drop
all.
bombs. You can't just drop bombs
That's why
and then think everyone's going to be okay with
That's
you.
why
mate.
if
Don't
Israel's
be so
smart, they'll
naive.
kill everyone.
Well, that's the problem. You want them to kill everyone?
Well, that's the only way they can assure not having
But you want them
retaliation.
to kill everyone
Well,
then?
if I was them, I would, yes.
So you'd commit genocide, yeah?
It's not genocide,
It is when you're wiping...
self-defense.
But okay, according to my friend over here, killing all of the Palestinians is self-defense.
Yes, but-
This is who we're dealing with.
Because if they put down their weapons, there would be peace, yeah?
Okay,
If
okay,
Israel
okay.
put down their weapons, there would be
Okay, listen. Okay, he's made a
They
good
let
point.
their defences
You
down
made a good point.
on October the
Wait,
7th, yeah?
you made a good point.
They let their defences down. They
saying
can't
you
keep
made
their
a good
defences
point.
up forever.
Listen, you made a good point.
Finish it.
You made a good point.
Finish it.
So he says, let the Palestinians just put down their weapons. Okay, well, this happened in 2018. The Palestinians put down their weapons.
Let the Israelis
Don't take
take
my
care
word
of
for it. Don't take Bilal's word for it.
Israelis are
Wait,
taking
one
care of
second.
They were giving them
One
water.
second, let me just finish this point.
They were giving them
Let me
fresh
finish
water.
this point. Don't take Bilal's word for it. Don't take Ahmed's word for it. Don't take a Palestinian's word for it. The UN released a report, a 250-page report, single-spaced, and they said the Palestinians were demonstrating. They were unarmed, and then what did the Israelis do? Well, even before that, they described the Palestinians with another
throw
word. One
stones at
second.
a fence. If you don't wanna be shot, don't throw stones at
One
a
second.
fence, you moron.
They described the Palestinians in a festive mood.
Yes.
Palestinians were
That's one
happy.
way of saying
They
it.
were celebrating.
Throwing
They
stones
did
at a
not
fence.
have,
That's
and they
festive.
were not violent. However, the UN report, read this yourself. It was released in 2019.
But don't you
They
see
said
the UN are
Israel
against Israel. They hate
Israel lined up its
The whole
snipers.
West hates the
It
Jews too.
lined up its snipers.
Everyone
And then
hates
listen to
the
this.
Jews.
It intentionally
Wake up.
targeted children. It intentionally targeted disabled people.
Why the BBC
It
all the media
intentionally,
organisations
it
against the
intentionally
Jews?
targeted medics. It intentionally targeted journalists. Don't take my word for it. It's the UN report 2018. Google this when you go home.
not
It was
taking a
released in
single word you say.
2019. 250-page single-spaced document.
You were the most
And then,
advanced person
you know what
I've ever-
happened? No problem. This is not good enough for him. Take Haaretz, their own newspaper.
You're a
When
grifter.
one soldier, you know what he was saying? He was
immoral
bragging.
grifter.
I have shot at the kneecaps of no less than 50 Palestinians.
damn about the truth.
Haaretz.
just
I can
love the
show you
sound
the
of your own
screenshots. Just Google this yourself. It's on Haaretz.
just love the
Still
sound of
hasn't
your
been
own
taken
voice.
down. Shooting
really not
at
that
the
bad.
kneecaps. The kneecaps of the people.
Why- they
UN
can look
is
this
saying
up. They don't need
deliberately
to hear your nonsense.
targeting children. Intentionally, deliberately targeting. How sick,
Do you trust
how
it?
twisted, how much,
you
you know
trust
what,
the media?
people like this
you
who
trust the
defend
media?
such people
Do you trust
should
the
be
media?
boycotted from society.
Do you trust the media?
They should be alienated And they should be outed like this man over here,
Who are your
who is
sources?
defending such people.
Tell me,
you
what
defend.
are your sources?
Do you defend? I'm telling you, the UN report
You
itself.
trust the UN?
Then who do you tell me? I will give you a report from them. Who? Amnesty International?
No.
Human Rights Watch?
God, only God.
Okay, so we need a report from God.
Yeah.
No problem. I will give you a
Comes
report
from
from
your
God.
conscience, yeah?
I'll give you a report from
Your
God.
conscience.
1 Samuel
That's where the
15:3. In the Old Testament, it
What's
says,
right and wrong?
it says,
What is
kill
right? What
babies,
is wrong?
kill infants,
Is it right?
kill donkeys,
That
kill cattle.
the Romans
Kill all of
stole
them.
Israel.
What does
from
the Quran
Jews?
say? What does the Prophet say? In the Muwatta of Imam Malik, don't kill women, don't kill children. And I can tell you, we get this from
because
Imam
it was
Malik,
too-
we get this
doesn't
from Imam
make
Malik.
It doesn't
He
stop
got
being a
it
crime
from
because it's 2,000 years
Nafi,
later.
he got it from Abdullah bin Umar,
fact, the Romans
and he
stole
got it
that
from the
land.
Prophet
It's still just as
sallallahu
much
alayhi
a
wasallam.
crime.
This is a report, this is the isnad,
It was
this
always
is the
a
chain of
crime to
narration.
steal that land off the Jews.
Sorry?
It's still a crime that the Romans stole that land off the Jews.
Forget the Romans, my friend.
No, I don't forget the Romans. They're the
Before
most,
that,
one of the most
were
important
the
empires in
Canaanites.
history.
Yeah, before that,
We learnt a lot from the Romans. You should try
who
to.
was there before the Romans?
The Greeks.
According to Israeli research itself, by checking the gravestones, the palace,
And the Phoenicians
Palisette,
and all that.
and the Philistines, these two words
And
can
the
be found
Canaanites.
in documentation
Yeah,
and evidence
Philistine,
3,000 to
Philistine is
5,000
Palestine.
years
And what did they do to
old.
Philistines? They killed them.
But
And they're going to kill
Israel,
the Palestinians again.
Israel didn't exist 100 years ago.
Goliath, yeah?
Show me on the map.
David killed
Show me
Goliath.
Israel
And that's
on
what
the map.
Benjamin Netanyahu is going to kill Haman.
But he's saying, but his own army general saying we can't.
Is he now? According
You
to
gave
BBC.
Golan. He's saying we can't.
These
He's
are
saying,
communists. You're listening to communists reporting on it.
it's look, Benjamin
hate-
Netanyahu's own military
They
guy.
hate Israel, they hate
his own
England, they hate America. Yeah?
No,
We
listening.
stand in the world for liberty.
Benjamin Netanyahu's
Liberty.
own military guy is saying we can't kill them all.
Freedom of speech. That's
We
what
can't kill them
stand
all.
for. You want to
We need
destroy
more
freedom of
help.
speech.
Help us. And then Rishi Sunak, with his withering structure, with his skinny bones, is giving more and more money. Keir
globalist cabal
Starmer
of
wants to
bank.
give more and more money. And
He's
your
a banker.
boyfriend,
He's a
what's his name?
banker.
The
Freddie
reform
Mercury.
leader. Nigel Farage. Yeah, even him. All of these guys are like, all hail our Zionist masters.
No.
But what is he saying?
He's doing what
He's
he's
criticizing Mr. Wong over there.
The thing about Nigel
He's
Farage,
saying poor old
listening
Mr.
to
Wong
what
over
we
there.
want.
He's the one that's controlling the LGBT.
Yes.
Mr. Wong is controlling
They're
the
not stupid.
LGBT.
They're intelligent. Chinese are intelligent, unlike you.
Then what about these homosexuals that are walking amongst us that be controlled by the Chinese?
Yeah, they don't know it, but yes.
They don't know they be controlled by the Chinese.
Of course they don't.
How do you reason with someone like this?
That's what they're doing. They're infiltrating the universities, yeah? And they're brainwashing everyone with this ideology, which is designed to destroy Western civilization.
Most of what you said is correct, other than the fact that
Based
instead of
on
Chinese,
a man and a woman having a family. Yeah, that's what we're
replaced it with
based on.
Zionists, the Pritzker family. Are they Chinese? The Soros family.
No.
Are they Chinese?
They're not
They're
Jewish.
2 of the 4 top families that are supporting the
They hate-
LGBT phenomena.
George
They are
Soros
very
went around with Nazis in Hungary
pro-Israel.
confiscating Jewish property.
Oh, Israel has
He thought he
admitted
was
themselves.
God. When he was a child, he thought he
Israel
was
has
God.
admitted themselves. We help
Soros is the devil
injured
himself.
Al Qaeda people because
He's paying to open the
because
American
for them it's
border,
a
our
chessboard.
border as well.
Israel has also admitted funding Hamas and helping them.
You're just a tool of
Benjamin
George
Netanyahu,
Soros. You don't see it.
when he was sitting in the Likud, when he was sitting in the parliament
Yeah, that's
with the
very
parties,
good. You know the name
he
of the
admitted
Israeli parliament.
that you know what, Hamas is good for us. Huh? If Hamas is so bad, why are they good for him? Why are they good for him? Because they
Palestinian
need
people
them.
hate Hamas, you idiot.
Huh?
The Palestinian people hate Hamas.
Okay, then why do you want to kill all of the Palestinians as well then? You hypocrite.
Because they should have done something about it.
They should have done something about who's they should have done something about
Too
it.
late for them.
Okay, then if somebody comes in here and blames you for the skeleton Rishi Sunak,
They could have lived.
What?
They could have moved to
Then you can move. Why are you
Israel.
blaming the Chinese communists
Like Moab,
about
like Mossad.
the degradation of
You
the
know,
British
the son of
society?
Hamas.
Then why are you
Mossad,
blaming
yeah?
the Chinese?
You know Mossad.
Why are you blaming
Not
the
Mossad.
Chinese?
Mossad worked for
I know that
Mossad
loser.
now.
I know that pathetic
That
loser.
Pathetic loser.
Yes, that pathetic loser.
He's a
I'm not
prophet.
talking about you.
He's a prophet.
Or maybe I am.
He's a prophet.
He's a prophet.
Yeah, Mossad.
Oh, Mossad.
What's his rest of his name? Mossad.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's like Islamic degree.
No one cares. He's a Christian, by the way.
Yes, because he was born in Hamas.
He's born in Hamas. Oh,
He's the son of Hamas. His
he's
father
born in
founded
Hamas, so you can get British Airways tickets and you can
he's
fly to
disowned-
Hamas.
he's disowned
Make
his
sure you
own
check out the
father.
sites.
He's disowned
Make
his own
sure you
father.
take pictures
Because he realised-
and make sure you go on Instagram and tag Hamas as
You
well.
know the reason why?
Have you been to Hamas as well?
Do you know the reason why he left Islam?
I can smell alcohol from him.
Because he was in jail with
Forget your
with other
boyfriend
Muslims.
Mossad.
He was
Let's
in
talk
jail.
about the Chinese.
And he saw the way other
Can
Muslims
people
treated
blame
other
you?
Muslims.
Can people blame
He
you
saw the way
because
Muslims
China
treated each other.
has
He saw it was
infiltrated?
backwards.
No, he actually got shunted
You
by his
don't look
father.
after
Actually,
each other. You don't take care of each other.
Mossad actually got rejected by his own father.
No, he
And
rejected his father.
then you know what? He got angry. Like an angry little boy.
Because
he
his
went
father
against his
is
father.
God.
I'm gonna show my father
Your
by
father
going
is God.
against him.
Because his real
now that
father
I've
is
dealt
God.
with that chapter, can people blame you for the degradation
My
here
father
in
is
the
God.
UK?
My biological father is not my father.
Your biological father's God.
No, God is my father.
I think he's high.
He's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
It doesn't
Do
really
you
matter.
know who he is?
I know he is. He's still alive. He's about to be 90 years old.
Is he? That seems like a lie.
He's a liberal Democrat, so he's lost.
Yeah. Is he retarded as well?
He's inviting his
Is he a retard Nazi like you mentioned?
Maybe when one of his grand